Today at Deutsche Auto Parts, we're going to be going over installing spark plugs on a 2.5 5-cylinder engine. Just want to make everybody aware before we do this install, some of the 2.5 5-cylinder engines, depending on the model, have different spark plugs. So if you're not sure which ones are the correct ones for your vehicle, contact us with your VIN number. We'll make sure you get the right ones. We can start by removing the engine cover. Now this particular vehicle we're working on has an aftermarket intake, so normally what you would have would be a duct that would run here to the front radiator support of the vehicle for directing airflow into the engine cover, which is also the air box, the air filter is housed inside here, and then a pipe that would run from here to the throttle body. So once you would remove those pipes, the duct and then that pipe that attaches, all you do is pull up, and there are grommets that hold the engine cover on, and once you get it off the 4 grommets, you can kind of rotate it around, and as you can see here, this is the grommet that mounts the engine cover on. Once the engine cover is removed, we can remove the ignition coil connectors. Now, to do so, you push down on this tab and then pull backwards. A lot of times the vehicle will get a little bit of dirt under there, so the best thing to do is push forward, then push down on the tab to release it, and then push back, and then your connector will slide off. Now some of these, because of where this harness is routed into the valve cover, you're going to have to kind of pull up on the harness to get it out of its little guide. Otherwise you're not going to be able to have any room to move the connector back. Now we can just push that out of the way, and now we can pick each one of our coils up. An easy thing to do would be to take a small screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and put it under the back side of the coil, and then just lift up. This will make it easy for you. Once you get it up, you can just pull it the rest of the way out. Now we are going to be removing our spark plugs, and so we're going to reinstall our spark plugs. We've already done cylinder 1 down here, and what we're going to do is thread it all the way down, and then once we get to the bottom, we go another 1/4 turn once it's stopped turning freely. Now another note, like we mentioned in the intro, all the VW plugs come pre-gapped, so you won't need to recheck the gapping on them. If you feel the need to, feel free to do so, but it is not required. After installing all of our spark plugs, we can start by reinstalling our ignition coils, and all you need to do is install it and then push down. And we can reinstall our harness. And you will hear Most of these connectors click audibly once they are properly seated in their position. It may be a good idea to just get these all seated in place first, and then you can just push them in one at a time. And then push this harness back down in place. And our final step is to install the engine cover. And we can do so, we want to put the back portion, kind of angle it down, and then get it done on the mounts. And you can kind of feel it sit in the right place, and then you can just pop them down. And then you're all set. Now normally, if you had a vehicle with a factory intake, you would have a duct here that you would attach to the front of the radiator port, and then this hose you would reattach, which would attach to the throttle body. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and leave any questions, ideas, or feedback in the comments below.